In this lesson, we're going to learn about a type of for next loop called the for next each loop. This loop is significantly different from the loop we just learned about, as it has one big difference. It works on elements of an object specifically. What this means is that we can use this type of loop on an actual object and its associated elements. In our example, we are using a form as the object and iterating through the elements, or controls in this case, of the form. The point of this is so that you have a specific designated object that the loop exactly knows what it should be looking at. Renaming the object is unnecessary, as the loop has been pointed at the object at the beginning of the loop. In our example, we have called it with the me.controls line. The reason that VBA knows that we are looking specifically at a form is that we are looking within the module of the form, as we can see here. When VBA is within the module, it knows exactly what me object you are pointing at. Now that we know how we are referencing the appropriate form, the method that we are referencing the elements of the object can be looked at. Note that there is no special name that you have to use in order to reference the elements. When you're using appropriate syntax, such as in this format here, VBA automatically starts to look for the elements of the group, and it will iterate through each accordingly to whatever it is able to find. VBA will then iterate through these elements, and it's up to you to know exactly what elements you're looking for. In this example, we are looking at 3 elements in particular: text boxes, combo boxes, and option boxes. These 3 elements exist within the form, and when VBA has recognized that the element that it is looking at belongs to one of these types, it will execute the specific part of the loop that was created for these element types. The last section of the for next each loop is the exit for command. The command tells VBA that when it has run into this particular statement, it tells VBA to exit for each loop. You will find yourself using this when you have multiple conditions, when if one is fulfilled, you can then exit the loop instead of looping through everything else, as it would be redundant. The purpose of using the exit for comes into handy. In our example here, we change the variable found to true and then exit the loop.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe from you. And if you want to learn more about Microsoft Excel, check out these videos above. And don't forget to check out our website, commercecurve.com, where we have lots of in-depth finance and accounting courses available with full training workbooks. All of our courses come with complete workbooks of lessons, examples, pre-built financial models, and training video. Hope to see you there.